How about Nate Diaz pulling out that vape pen in the press conference? Didn't that took balls, huh? Shit, that's gangster.
So, well, I didn't even think he thought he was doing anything wrong. It's a CBD oil pen. He probably didn't realize most people just can't make the distinction between CBD oil and pot. You know, that CBD oil is just some shit that you do.
I take that every day just as a antioxidant.
Yeah, anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
Well, CBD oil is natural.
And if you're taking, if people are taking that, and there's been lots of reports of success taking this CBD oil when you have any kind of cancer, there've been good studies. Why not just take it before, just maybe as a preventative, and it can't hurt.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
A lot of people report good results with it, and it's supposed to be really good for pain. People
How crazy is it
pain.
that? We have a state like Colorado, and there's other states too, like Washington and Oregon now. But there's states where it's like going to Amsterdam. Colorado is like Amsterdam, but then we got another Amsterdam. We got a Washington Amsterdam. We got an Oregon Amsterdam. But Colorado that's probably the most famous state for legalizing recreational use. How crazy is it that we're living in a world like that?
Dude, it changed their whole economy. Denver's booming. It's like a gold rush. It's like they found gold. It's green gold.
Are they just like skyscrapers everywhere? Is it like that?
Well, the real estate has gone up by a significant amount. Last time I heard, it was like 14 or 16%. Like the real estate prices have gone up. Drunk driving is the lowest it's been in decades. Violent crimes, the lowest it's been in a long time. It's crazy, man. It's weird. Less instances of teenage drunk.
Yeah.
Drunk driving, getting pulled over with booze, a lot of less instances of teenagers getting drunk.
Families from all over the world uprooting and taking their kids that have seizures, 20 a day. They're taking them and starting a new life in Colorado, and their kids they're down to 1 seizure a week, or maybe even less.
Yeah. That's a big point. And one of them is a buddy of mine.
Kids.
You know my friend Johnny Rotten? You remember Johnny? Johnny's kid, he had some real issues, and the cannabis oil and eating hash, and like you saw that documentary where they had that kid, or that news report rather, where they had that kid who was he was having some seizures, and they didn't know what to do, and they were like at their last rope, and they tried cannabis. They started giving this kid
Charlotte's
hash.
Web.
It was in like a mango. They would give it to him in like pieces of fruit or a melon or something like that. This kid has completely stopped all of his seizures.
Yeah.
And it's apparently really, really, really effective for that.
Yeah, so anybody out there that, if you know anybody with kids that have seizures and they're on the medication, there's a whole shitload of them out there.
Yeah.
There is hope for them. You got to move to Colorado, or you just get it, stay where you're at and just get it any way you can, to save your kid's life, or you can move. But there's a place you can go. It's Colorado, Washington, Oregon. You can take your kids' seizures, or the kids that relatives, whatever. You could take them to once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Those are the results I'm hearing.
Yeah, and there's also other parts of the same country that we live in right now where if you took that same medicine and you got caught with it, you would go to jail. Like guaranteed go to jail. There's a bunch of stupid spots in this country. They're not bad people. They're just operating on bad old ideas. And they think of themselves as being good people. And I bet in your head you are a good person. But if you're enforcing marijuana laws in 2016, you're on the wrong side. You're on the wrong side. It helps a lot of people with a lot of shit. And if somebody's trying to get their kid some medicine and you're trying to stop them and lock them in a cage, and this is a medicine that grew out of the ground, you're out of your fucking mind. You're operating on some old voodoo.
Schedule 1 drug. Still.
And how about the DEA wouldn't change it? They wouldn't change the classification. Maybe Hillary's going to do it when she gets in. Maybe they made a deal. Let's make the big change when we get in. Let's hold on to our cards.
Oh, man.
Okay, we're going to get in.
This country is in some serious trouble. Jesus Christ.
We got to make a new system.
Jesus fucking Christ.
They don't want it. They don't want to do it.
So
but we gotta
obvious
make a new system.
So obvious that it's rigged. I mean, when you got Hillary and Trump, that's rig fucking city right there.
They're clawing at it, man.
Oh,
They're
my
trying to hold
God.
on to it as long as they
Woo!
can.
It's so rigged.
It's going to be interesting to see how much longer we can continue to
I mean, how
have a
about
country that operates like this.
How about that election fraud shit that happened in California with Hillary and Bernie Sanders? It's like viral. As soon as that happens, boom, Orlando, bam. What if
Well, there's
What
always
if?
speculation. What's been proven about
What
voter
if?
fraud? Has there anything been proven?
I don't know. I didn't. It's not
Just
something.
juicy.
It's not something that I'm that shocked where I need that
No.
much evidence. I'm like, it's like telling me that some whore fucked some other dude. I'm not gonna. Oh, I need fucking video. I'm like,
It would just be nice. It would just be nice.
It makes sense.
It would just be nice if you couldn't get rich running the government. It'd be nice.
You know what?
It'd be nice if you just, there's no way you could do this to get rich. You just can't do it.
I think that. I mean, Jesus, there's just no hope. There's no hope. There are too many people they're with it. They just got them on that media. They're addicted to that media. There's just no way around it. I mean, there's a quote that I posted on my Instagram from Jim Morrison. I'm sure he didn't make it up, but it says, "Those who control the media control the mind." It says Jim Morrison. Like a bunch of people
No, it
probably
was.
said that.
I'm sure it was.
But that
I saw it in a meme.
That isn't. I mean, if that's everything right there.
Yeah,
That's
no, it's true.
so
But
huge.
the thing is, today, isn't the media is like, boy, what a slippery grip they have on it. It seems so slippery to me.
Oh, they got it. They got it all under control. Because there's
But I feel like everybody's the media now. Like there's so many different accesses, so many different points of access.
They still trick them all day. Still tricking them all day. Look, we got Hillary.
Hold on, Jamie's saying something.
Wouldn't this be? If this could be someone's main source of entertainment / news, and we would be their media, and how would we be tricking them?
But what we're trying to do is we're actually trying to tell the truth. Like we're trying to get to the truth. Usually, what you see in the media has an agenda behind it.
I got to
so
pee
it's different.
again. Keep talking this through.
I don't have an agenda. I'm not making money off conspiracy theory money. You know what I mean? There's no agenda here. So conspiracy theorists, no matter how. And by the way, the CIA created the word conspiracy theorist to demonize like people that are against the establishment. So that's not a conspiracy theory. The word conspiracy theory is to make people seem like tin foil hat wearing wackos. But anyways, when you look at the motive, like what's the motive behind being a conspiracy theorist? No matter how paranoid you are, the most paranoid, worst case scenario type people. When you some people are more paranoid than others and they jump to more conclusions than others, but all conspiracy theorists, they have one thing in common. They're not trying to, they're worried about their family, their health. Even if it is paranoia, maybe they go too far, it's what's in the heart. We're concerned about the people and what's going on and how we're being fooled and where we're headed and where we're led and all this bullshit that's going on in the world. We're concerned with that. The people on the other side, they're not concerned with that at all. The people in power are not concerned with the right thing. They're concerned about one thing and one thing only: keeping as much power as they can for as long as possible,
Walked in on
no
some
matter
juicy
what.
conspiracy thought.
No.
I love it. What are we talking
We're
about?
talking
Illuminati,
about
the Goldbergs.
I was having a conversation about Alex Jones with my buddy Ry Dawson, who thinks he's just too paranoid. He's just too crazy. He just says the craziest things out. I'm like, yes, he does. I know him personally. Yes, he may be a little more concerned / paranoid. He may be, but that's why he's Alex Jones. Is he's so paranoid about shit that he dedicated his life to trying to get information out, and some of it's wrong, some of it's right. No conspiracy theorist it's all theories based on mostly circumstantial evidence. It's not like real evidence. We're just saying, wait a minute, you guys done this before, and you've done this for forever, as long, and it seems like it's happening again based on that and based on that and based on this. Yeah, you guys are probably still doing this shit. It's still the same criminals. Oh, it's all good now. Oh, they used to do it. After 50 years, it's easy to prove a conspiracy theory.
What are we talking about exactly, though?
We're talking about, Alex Jones.
Right,
right.
But
But it doesn't matter that he's so paranoid. He doesn't have to be right about everything. Sometimes he's too paranoid. But I'm talking about Alex Jones.
Right.
His heart's in it. I know one thing about Alex Jones is he's not a shill. He's for real.
Definitely not a shill.
Maybe he stays away from certain subjects. Maybe he does. But overall, the message is
well, he's searching.
Don't buy into this game show that we're being fed.
Yes,
Don't buy into
the
that
globalists.
shit. Yes. And that's what's going on. So I mean, unless you're sitting here telling me you believe what you see when you see someone speaking in CNN
I believe
about
what
it.
Jamie says.
Do you think he believes everything he's saying?
What does it matter?
Alex Jones.
There's people on ESPN that there's no way they believe everything they're saying. They used to be on ESPN, I should say. There's no way they believe everything they're saying because it contradicts itself when looked at.
What do you mean, guys? Like CNN broadcasters
on ESPN.
ESPN,
just guys talking about sports will say something very salacious, and 2 days later say something that contradicts itself. But they're just doing it because that's their job, and they're paid to talk all day long.
Of course, I agree with all that.
And that turn and other people that like that are also paid.
But Alex Jones,
Alex Jones is completely independent. Like I've known Alex literally for I hate literally, but I've known him since '99, and he's always been like this. And he's been doing it himself, doing his radio show, and doing now his internet show.
My only point is that he's getting paid to do it.
He's getting paid.
He doesn't
honestly,
have to
if that dude had a fucking insurance job, he'd still be talking about this stuff. He talks about this stuff.
He's a real conspiracy theory guy.
You could be at a honky tonk bar at 2 o'clock in the morning. He goes, the black helicopters and the cattle mutilations are connected. You can't have one without the other.
I'm not trying to disregard
but
that
the crazy
at all.
thing, he's not. When you listen to him talk, he knows his shit. He's not. Sometimes he exaggerates on some shit. Like Y2K, exaggerated on that. A lot of people thought shit was coming to an end. That was one example.
There's a problem, though, when you have a business of doom. You're always looking for doom. Like, that's your business? Well, if you're selling doom, you got to look for doom. It's not that he's not right a lot. He's right about a lot of things. Like, he was right about a bunch of shit that no one ever thought about, that now we think of as, because of Edward Snowden, we think of just as a part of the problem. He was talking about worldwide surveillance of emails, and text messages, and he was talking about that a long time ago. He has serious
connections on the inside. He's got sources that he won't reveal their name. He's getting a lot of information. It's proven right. He knows that we're living in the goddamn matrix. If you believe, the thing that burns me the most is super smart people. They're really smart, and they know the people running shit are controlling us. They know this, but when it comes down to any topic, they side with their word, the criminal's word. That burns me more than anything. Is they're criminals, they are, but you're going to side with them. You're going to believe them. Criminals, they have to prove everything. Maybe some things they're saying are true, but I'm not going to believe you. I'm like, I don't believe shit you say. Just like some fucking liar that some dude at the Comedy Store, some dude who just lies about fucking everything. You're not going to believe, even though some shit he's telling you might be true. You're going to have to prove all that shit because you fucking lie about everything. You lie about where you're from. You were never a wrestling champion. You didn't fucking own no goddamn Harley. You're a fucking liar. Why am I going to believe anything you say? That's what's going on. So I think we should, when it comes to conspiracy theories, we should always be at least skeptical of the official story. It may be true, it may be not, but I mean...
I wish Brian Callen was here right now, and I would put a tie on him and a badge that says Mr. Official Story, and you guys could duke it out.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. I said enough. Just like, come on.
I think people are done.
Question everything.
Yeah, at a certain point in time, we can't keep talking about this. What'd you think about some other fights that were happening recently?
How about them?
Trying to steer this away
from UFC fights.
Trying to steer this away from this fucking conspiracy swamp that we keep falling into.
I'm done.
It's non-productive. The problem with it is
it's not.
Yeah, it
opening
eats up
people's
time.
minds.
It's not always right. It's not always right. There's a lot of stuff that's getting
We're not
messed
trying
up.
to get everything right.
Yeah, but it's a giant quagmire. Like, if you start chasing down whether or not the CIA created Jim Morrison, like, that shit takes a lot of time. Hours and hours of speculation and thinking. It's not worth it. Just like,
it's very entertaining.
Smoke a joint and enjoy the music.
It's very entertaining.
You feel like it's almost like an open-ended puzzle that you're playing.
Yeah, it's entertaining. Like, people are into Game of Thrones. Totally, it's not real. at all. It's a made-up ass story. But I want some made-up, but then I want to watch like a documentary, like a conspiracy documentary that maybe not true, maybe exaggerated, but god damn, it's really it's close to the truth, and maybe it is true. But no, we ain't gonna watch that. We want to watch total fake shit. I just want to make sure it's all fake.
The total fake shit, at least like I don't feel stupid because I know that it's fake. I'm enjoying something. I'm not.
But if you watch conspiracy theories as it's probably fake, but who knows? Maybe there's a little truth to it.
They're fun, man. Some of them are fun.